Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Okay. All right. Thank you for your participation in our technical meetings today. We are going to start the technical meeting shortly. Okay, for the C.E.P.A.T 2021 here is for the senior high school. Okay, I'm sorry. I would like to explain a little bit about the C.E.P.A.T 2021. The quota for the participants are 40. Then for the time, it's quite different with the previous ones. We only hold the competition in one day with 4 rounds. So the first round is the grammar. It consists of 40 participants. Then the second round is listening comprehension with 25 participants. And the third round is reading comprehension with 10 participants. And the final round, or the oral presentation, is the 3 participants. The media used in this competition are Google Form and Zoom. For the Google Form, it's used for the preliminary sessions. They are grammar, listening comprehension, and reading comprehension. While for the oral presentation, we are going to use Zoom meeting. Okay, these are for the overview of the C.E.P.A.T in 2021. Next, I'm going to explain about the rules. These are the general rules. The participant must prepare the mobile phone and laptop to be used simultaneously during the competition. So there will be 2 devices used in this competition, every participant. The participant joins Zoom meeting 15 minutes prior to the competition. The link will be shared at the same day of the competition, and the students or the participants must use the real name when joining Zoom meeting for each round. Then the participants are not allowed to eat and drink during the competition. You will have the time for the break if you want to eat or drink. You can do it during the break. Then, the participants are not allowed to use dictionary during the competition unless they are in the final round or oral presentation. So from the round 1, round 2, and round 3, the participants are not allowed to use dictionary, only for the oral presentation or the final round. And the competition will be conducted using Google Forms, Zoom, and WhatsApp group. The participant must be in the clear zone during the competition. So this is the picture, the example of the clear zone. So the student must face the device used for answering the questions, while the other devices must show both the students and the device used to answer the questions. These are the... Is there any questions so far? Okay. Then I will continue. Each participant will join preliminary round to proceed to the next round, and the score from each round will not be accumulated. The participant must not leave Zoom meeting during the competition. The participant must leave Zoom meeting if they do not proceed to the next round. The participant must always turn off the audio and turn on the video during the competition. So when the committee spotted that there are participants that turn off the video, they will be called, the participant will be called for 3 times. And when the participants do not turn on the video, he or she must be disqualified. Then the participant must wear school uniforms during the competition. Violation to any of the rules stated above will result in disqualification. So these are the general rules from the C.E.P.A.T 2021. Before we continue to the rules for each round, is there any question from the participants?
Excuse me, I
Yes,
would like to ask a question.
sure.
So if a participant is disconnected from the Zoom meeting, how is it looked by um the staff of this competition? Is it a disqualification or maybe given opportunity to reconnect itself to Zoom meeting?
It's automatically disqualification. So the participant must ensure that the internet connection is in a good condition.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for the answer.
Okay. Is there any other question? No? Okay, so I'm going to start to the each round rules. The first round, the grammar session. There are 50 questions of English grammar, and each is worth 2 points. And the participants only have 30 minutes to answer those 50 questions. It will use Google Form to deliver the questions. The form will be time limited. So the committee will give the announcement about the time. The score will be automatically generated once the participant finished. Then 25 participants with the highest scores or highest point will proceed to the second round, that is listening comprehension. Should any participants get the same score, the timestamp will be used to decide the one proceeding to the next round. Should there be any remaining time, the participants can check the answer. So these are the first round rules. Is there any question from the first round preliminary session? Okay, if there is no question about the first round preliminary session, the next round will be explained by the other committee here in charge. Ms. Ajang, please.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rizky. Hi, everyone. Thank you for participating and registering to our competition. I will explain the second round, that is the listening comprehension. As you may have seen on your screen, there will be 30 questions containing the English dialogues and monologues, and we'll divide the questions into 4 sections. The first part, it is picture description, so you will have several pictures and you will have to choose the most suitable picture with the conversation. Okay, and there will be 6 questions with pictures. And then the second part of the listening comprehensions, there will be questions and responses. You will have 6 questions to answer also in the second part. And then in the third part of the listening comprehension, you will have conversations. And then the last part, the fourth part, it is talks. The conversations and talks are slightly different because the conversations is mostly between 2 people, while talks it's something similar to longer talks or maybe lecture. Okay, so the total of the questions will be 30, and we'll also use Google Form for this listening comprehension. It will also be time limited, so you will only you are expected to submit your answer within the time limit given by us. And then 10 participants with the highest point will proceed to the third round, and that is the reading comprehension. And if there are several participants who have the same score, we will see the submission time. We will choose the one who submitted the form the fastest. And then moving on to the third, sorry. Okay, moving on to the third round now. Thank you very much. That is the listening comprehension round, and then the reading comprehension, that is our third round. There will be 10 participants competing in this round. We will be using Google Form as well as the previous rounds, and the number of questions will be 50. Each question worth 2 points, and we will give you 45 minutes to finish your to answer your question, sorry. And then the score will also be automatically generated. And if there are also participants who achieve the same score, we'll choose the one who submitted it the fastest. Sorry. And then from the third round, we will take 3 participants to enter the last and final rounds. So no matter how many if there are more than 1 participant who have the same score, we will only choose 3, and those 3 will be the one who have the highest score and also the fastest time submission. Okay, and then this is our final round using the Google Form. And the next round, we will be using Zoom meeting. So in this round, the participant will deliver a presentation, and the 3 of them will be invited into our waiting room that is in WhatsApp group. And in the WhatsApp group, we will inform anything. We will tell them when to get ready and when to enter the Zoom meeting. So once you are in the 4th round, please stay on your WhatsApp and make sure you are always online. And the order of the presentation will be given in the WhatsApp group also. So make sure you present, you attend, and do not go anywhere during this oral presentation round. And for the topic itself, we will give you 2 choices, and you will have to choose one. And you will be given time to generate your ideas in the brainstorming room. And after that, you will have to present for 7 minutes, and then you will also get the questions and answer sessions for 8 minutes. So in total, you will be more or less 20 minutes per person. And during this session, make sure your internet connection is stable because we will need to see your face. So you have to turn on your video, and also we have to hear your voice clearly. And in this round, as we have what has been stated at the beginning, you can use dictionary, but only the printed one, not the online dictionary that you can find on the internet. Okay, so that is our last round, and the next one. As what I have said, all finalists will be invited into the same WhatsApp group. It's a different group with the one you are in right now. And the first finalist will enter the brainstorming room, that is our main room in Zoom, to prepare for the presentation, practice, and anything for 5 minutes. While waiting for the first participant to prepare, the other participants are expected to stay in the WhatsApp group to prepare for their turn. And then after the 5 minutes brainstorming, the first finalist will enter the main Zoom and to deliver his or her presentation in front of the judges. Okay, so that's about it. That's about the flow here. As you can see, we start in the Zoom meeting room. All finalists are here to decide the order of the presentation, and then after that, all the participants are invited into the WhatsApp group. So the first one, the Zoom meeting room, after the competition is finished and we have announced the 3 participants who proceed to the 4th round, the 3 finalists are expected to stay in the Zoom meeting room before we proceed to the 4th round. Okay, so in that Zoom meeting room, we will decide the turn for your presentation. And after that, we will give you a break time from the 3rd until the 4th round. So you will have time to eat or maybe pray, and then maybe going to the bathroom. And after that, when we inform in the WhatsApp group that it is time for the 4th round to begin, all finalists are supposed to be in the WhatsApp group. And after that, the flow is quite similar to what you have seen on the screen. After all participants are in the WhatsApp group, the first participant will enter to the Zoom main room to do the brainstorming session for 5 minutes. And after that, after the 5 minutes is up, the first participant will deliver his or her presentation for 15 minutes, including the questions and answer session. After the presentation is finished, the first participants are allowed to leave the Zoom meeting and wait for further instructions from us if there is any. And these steps are repeated until all 3 participants have delivered their presentation. Okay, so that's the flow or the process on how we are going to do our competition. Before we proceed to the next topic, is there any questions or is there any steps that are still unclear to you? You may ask now. Okay.
It should be me. Sorry.
Oh,
for
sorry,
asking.
yes. Okay, sure, Miss. Silakan.
Yeah. Saya dari SMA 1. I just want to ask about well, when in the round 4, yeah. So when the participants are given the topic, so they are going to be given how long? I mean, 30 minutes or 4 minutes?
To generate the ideas.
Yeah, to prepare before they are having like speech or exploring their idea.
Oh, each participant will be given 5 minutes.
So 5 minutes only, but
yes.
5 minutes or 30 minutes?
It's only 5 minutes.
5 minutes, so they have to deliver it around 5 minutes until 7 minutes too.
We expect the participant to present for 7 minutes.
4 until 7 minutes.
Yes.
So meaning when they prepare it, so they may type or they have to just write manually.
They can.
Okay. For the presentation here, the finalists are able to write down some notes for them to be handed for when they present their speech here.
So is that okay if they want to type, for example?
Yes, but when doing the presentation, try to speak, not to
Yeah.
read the notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. Okay. Okay, thank you for the answer.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other questions? Maybe some parts that you want to clarify to avoid misunderstanding in the future. Okay. Hopefully everything is clear. If you still have any questions, please type in the comment section, or maybe you can just ask in our group. And this time I'm going to tell you the alternative preliminary sessions. So this is only the alternative if the number of participants didn't meet our quota, because at the beginning, ideally, we expect to have 40 participants. And if the number of participants are 40, the number, the preliminary process is going to be the same with what we have told you before. In the first round, there will be 40 participants. And then from the first to the second round, 15 participants will be eliminated. And that makes 25 participants can join the second round. And then from the second and the third round, we will only take 10 participants. And for the fourth round, that is the oral presentation, we will only take 3 participants. The first one on the left is the ideal situation if the number of participants are 40. But in case there the number is less than 40, we will be using the one on the right side. As you can see here, on the first round, all participants will participate in the grammar session. And from the first to the second round, we will take 80% from the first round participants. So for example, if the number of participants are 20 participants, so we will take 16 people to proceed to the second round, 80% of the 20 participants. And from the second to the third round, we will take 50% from the second round participants. We're using the same number. The participant from the second round is 16, so half of them is 8. We will be taking 8 participants to participate in the third round. And after that, from the third into the fourth round, we will only take 3. The number of participants proceeding to the fourth round will be the same. That is only 3 participants. Yeah, so that is the one on the right side of your screen will only be applied if the number of participants are not 40. But if the number of participants are 40, we will be using the scheme on the left. So that's all about the preliminary system. Hopefully you can my explanation is clear enough, and that would be it from us. And I would like to remind to over you to, if any of you want to send your representative, additional representative from your school, we are still accepting participants until the 5th of October. So if there are anyone from your school who want to participate in our competition, we still open the registration until the 5th of October. Okay, so I think that would be all from me. Is there anything that Miss Rizky want to add?
I think that's all. Probably from the participants would like to ask some questions related to the rules. Is there any other question?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you hear
Yes.
me clearly? Yeah, I just wanted to ask about the fourth round. Can you hear me clearly?
Excuse me, can you repeat again, please?
Oh yeah,
Which round?
I just wanna ask you about the fourth round.
Okay.
Yeah. May we know about the scope of the topics?
Pardon?
The scope of the topics. The scope.
Scope of the topic.
Yeah, the scope of the topics.
Oh, the scope of the topics is general, actually. It's general and related to the teenagers. The recent, not teenagers, sorry, related to the recent issues.
The current issues of
Yes,
teenagers.
the current issues, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, other questions?
Okay then. For the group, WhatsApp group, please for the participants change the name using the real name to make sure that we can check that you are already in the WhatsApp group. So you can change your name to your real name, the full name, when you register the C.E.P.A.T competition for the participants in the WhatsApp group. Okay, that's the addition from me. Probably from Ms. Ajeng, would you like to add something?
No, I don't think there is any from me as of for now. But yeah, we just want to remind you once again, when the time for the competition has started, please make sure all of your devices are fully charged and your internet connection is stable, because as Ms. Rizky has said before, if you are suddenly disconnected from the internet, we will be very, very sorry, but you will be disqualified for, even though if it is technical problems such as a blackout or other trouble, but we will have to have you disqualified. And yeah, just make sure everything is ready before the competition. And yeah, just that, make sure everything is ready and everything is fully charged. That would be all from me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ajeng, and thank you for all the participants who are joining today's technical meeting. If you may have other inquiries, you can ask to the WhatsApp group. We will answer your question there. So if there are no questions, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice